Now turn to Part 1. Part 1. You will hear two neighbours who live in an apartment block talking about shopping for food. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 6. Now listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 6.
Hi, Shannon. How are you settling into your new flat?
Really well, thanks.
You look like you're going shopping.
Yes, I am. My cousins are coming to stay for a couple of days and I have to cook for them.
Well, there are plenty of places to buy food in Kite Place. It's the area by the harbour.
Oh, OK. I'll find that on the map. Thanks.
What sort of food do you need to get?
Well, neither of them eats meat, but they both like fish.
Well, there's a really good fish market there.
Oh, great. Where is it exactly?
It's at the far end of Kite Place. So you have to go over the bridge and then it's on the right.
OK. Is it open all day?
It doesn't close until 4. But I'd recommend going earlier than that. It does run out of some things.
Oh, I don't want that to happen.
As long as you get there by 3:30, you should be fine. It's only 11 now, so plenty of time.
Right.
Do you need to buy vegetables too?
I do, and I want to avoid all the plastic packaging in the supermarket.
Well, there's a really nice organic shop there. Now, what's it called? It's the name of a flower. I know, it's Rose.
Oh, that's a nice name.
Yeah, it sells vegetables and quite a lot of other stuff.
And where's that?
Well, as you reach the market, you'll see a big grey building on your left. I think it used to be a warehouse. Anyway, now it's a restaurant upstairs, but the ground floor has 2 shops either side of the entrance, and it's the one on the left.
That's easy enough.
You can't miss it. There's also a big sign on the pavement, so you can look for that.
Fine. I guess if I need anything else, I'll have to go to the supermarket.
Yeah, you should be able to get everything you need. But there's a minibus that goes to the supermarket if you need it. It's purple, and the number is 289.
Thanks. That's great.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 7 to 10. Now listen and answer questions 7 to 10.
So, what do you need to get at the fish market? The salmon is always very good, and the shellfish.
I'm going to make a curry, I think, and I need about 12 prawns for that.
They'll have plenty of those.
OK.
Have you ever tried samphire?
No, what's that?
It's a type of seaweed.
Oh.
I just ask for a handful, and you fry it in butter. It's delicious.
Oh, I might try that. How do you spell it?
It's SAMPHIRE.
Great. It's always good to try something different.
Yeah.
I'll see what beans they have in the organic shop, and I think I'll get something for dessert there.
How about a mango?
I'm not sure. They're not always ripe. I'd prefer a melon. It's bigger too.
Good idea. The owner also sells a lot of spices there. that you can put in a curry, and things like coconut.
Oh, that's very helpful. I'll have a look.
No problem.
I know bread doesn't really go with curry, but I always like to have some in case.
As I said, all the bread is homemade, and there's lots of variety. I like the brown bread myself.
Sounds good.
They sell other things there too.
Like cakes? I love chocolate cake.
Well, not that. But they have a whole range of tarts, and the best are the strawberry ones.
Perfect. Hopefully I won't even have to go to the supermarket.
That is the end of Part 1. You now have 1 minute to check your answers to Part 1. Part 2. You will hear the organiser of a children's book festival giving some information about it on a local radio programme. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 16. Now listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 16.
The Children's Book Festival is coming up again soon, and here to tell us all about it is the festival's organiser, Jenny Morgan. So tell us what we can expect this year, Jenny.
Well, as usual, we've got 5 days of action-packed, exciting events for children, with writers coming from all over the country getting involved. Just to give you an idea of what's on offer in the workshops, first of all, there's a very special event called Superheroes. This is a chance for deaf children to share their reading experiences with author Madeline Gordon, who is herself hearing impaired. Just Do It is a practical workshop led by the well-known illustrator Mark Keane. He'll take participants on a magical journey to faraway lands with an opportunity for aspiring actors to do some role play. Count on Me is an inspiring and entertaining look at the issues of friendship for 13 to 14-year-olds. It looks at some of the friendships described in popular books and asks participants to compare these with their own experiences. Speak Up is part of a series of workshops on the subject of mental health. This is a creative writing workshop encouraging children to describe situations where young people experience loneliness. A recent survey revealed that children can be lonely even when they're at home with their families. Jump for Joy, as many of you will know, is the heartwarming best-selling story by Nina Karen about a young girl's trip to visit her relatives in India. It recently received the gold medal at the Waterford Awards. Nina will get children to celebrate the word joy by writing a poem. Sticks and Stones is the beautifully illustrated picture book for young readers about a community who organise an African-Caribbean festival to help local children learn about their Jamaican roots. This will be a musical event where children will have the chance to play steel drums. This is bound to be very popular, so please book as soon as possible.
Before you hear the rest of the programme, you have some time to look at questions 17 to 20. Now listen and answer questions 17 to 20.
Thanks, Jenny. That all sounds really interesting. I'm just wondering if you have a favourite book you could recommend for our readers?
It's hard to choose, but Alive and Kicking is definitely worth mentioning. You won't have heard of the writer as it's her first book, which is really impressive. It's basically the teenage diary of a boy from Somalia who comes to live in the UK. It deals with the serious issue of immigration and all the challenges the boy has to face at school and with the language barrier, etc. Usually, books like this are quite sad, but this one actually made me cry with laughter. On each page, there are simple but hilarious black and white stick drawings of the boy with his friends and teachers. At the end of each diary entry, there are new English words the boy learns each day, which may help develop some children's vocabulary.
I think my kids would enjoy that. What about any advice for parents on how to encourage their children to read more?
Well, this is something I get asked about a lot. There are so many distractions for kids these days that it can be hard to find time for reading. One thing I'd say is to make time to sit down with your child and share books with them. A lot of parents give up reading aloud to their children as soon as they learn to read independently, but this is a mistake. It's good to read more advanced books to them as it helps to develop their vocabulary. If you don't have time for this, then let them listen to audiobooks. Often they'll want to read books they've listened to for themselves. I think it's a good idea to make a mental note of the type of books your child is reading. Often they just read the same genre all the time, which can get a bit boring. You can introduce new authors and genres to them. Librarians should be able to help you with this.
Well, Jenny, I think that's really useful.
자, 오늘 저랑 같이 테스트 3 Part 1, 2를 커버해봤습니다. 파트 1은요, 빈칸을 최대한 추측하는 것, 즉 답도 예상하면 너무 좋아요. 예를 들면 cross the something이에요. 그러면 뭔가 다리인가? 건널 수 있는 거? 이런 식으로 말이죠. 그리고 중요한 거, 단수, 복수, 불가산명사를 잘 유의해서 적어주셔야 돼요. 이것 때문에 은근히 많이 틀리는 학생들이 많거든요. 그래서 셀 수 있는 명사, a sign, a melon, 셀 수 없는 명사, coconut 이런 것들이 있습니다. 그리고 시간 있잖아요. 이걸 적을 때는 여러 가지 시간을 보여주고 함정을 잘 피해야 되는 거예요. 그래서 4가 있고 11이 있었어요. 4는 뭐였죠? 네, 4시까지 운영을 하고 11시는 뭐였어요? 현재 시간이에요. 즉 함정인 거죠. 그래서 이게 함정인지 정답인지를 잘 인식을 해야 됩니다. 스펠링 문제는요, 앞부분에 나올 수도 있지만 뒷부분에도 나올 수 있어요. 그래서 이것도 유의해 주시고요. 그 다음에 파트 2에서 은근히 많이 틀리는 이유는 문제와 지문을 잘 읽어야 되는데 너무 빨리 대충 읽어서 그래요. 그렇기 때문에 반드시 보기 문제를 잘 읽고 머릿속에 넣어주시고요. 그 다음에 들으면서 이 보기에 언급된 내용이 정답인지 오답인지를 내용적으로 듣는 게 너무 중요합니다. 이 점을 꼭 유의해 주세요. 아시겠죠? 그리고 유의어에 있어서요, 어떻게 나올 수 있냐면요, 형태가 다르게 나올 수 있어요. 예를 들면 funny, 형용사죠. 근데 이게 명사로 laughter, 이렇게 명사로 나오는 거예요. 그 다음에 유의어에 있어서 큰 카테고리, 작은 카테고리, 제가 캠브리지 15, 16, 17, 18에서 정말 많이 말씀드렸어요. 즉 큰 카테고리, 작은 카테고리. 예를 들면 a specific age groups, 이건 큰 카테고리예요. 근데 작은 카테고리, 자세하게 13 to 14-year-olds 이렇게 작은 카테고리로 이야기를 해줍니다. 그래서 유의어는 이런 식으로 형태가 바뀌거나 큰 카테고리, 작은 카테고리로 나온다는 거 꼭 알아두세요. 자, 그러면 저랑 같이 한번 유의어를 보도록 할게요. 자, 우선 near 대신에 by, cross, go over, outside, on the pavement, prize winning, the gold medal, children with a disability, deaf children, a specific age groups, 13 to 14-year-olds, unhappy feeling, loneliness, a particular culture, their Jamaican roots, funny, laughter, an important topic. 이것도 큰 카테고리예요. 작은 카테고리로 the serious issues of immigration. Allow children to listen to audiobooks. Let them listen to audiobooks. 그래서 let 목적어 그 다음에 동사가 나온다는 것도 꼭 기억을 해주세요. 자, 그리고 마지막으로 get recommendations from librarians. Introduce new authors and genre to them. Librarians should be able to help you. 이렇게 나왔습니다. 그러면 저랑 같이 다음 시간에 테스트 3 파트 3, 4를 커버해 보도록 할게요. 오늘도 저랑 같이 공부하시느라고 너무 수고 많으셨습니다.